Hi, Miguel here, back with another Naruto vlog. Today we are doing Volume 13, the Chunin exam concluded. And, yeah, the title actually kind of, while it does say basically what is about to happen, it also kind of undercuts exactly the repercussions of that happening. So a lot goes down in this volume. Yeah, everything goes downhill really quickly again. And we know this has been building up since we learned that Orochimaru has been working with the Sand Village and with the Sound Village, and there's this big coup underway that Konohagakure Village is somewhat aware of, but they continue with the Chunin exams anyway. Because, the alternative would be war. Well, war broke out anyway. But anyway, when we last left off, it was finally time for Sasuke and Gaara's match in the finals, but Sasuke had not yet arrived. So when we get to Sasuke and Gaara's match, we finally see Sasuke and Kakashi pop in, classic Kakashi, late to everything, and he makes Sasuke late as well, and he's just so casual about it. One of the reasons I love Kakashi so much is just despite being such a powerful jonin, he's also very relaxed and very cavalier. Oops, sorry guys, sorry we were late. Yeah, sorry about that. Even in the midst of, there's a big battle near the end of this volume that breaks out between, but we'll get to that in a second. But even then, Kakashi is like, just stay there. It'll be fine. It's fine. I just love how relaxed he is. But that doesn't mean he doesn't take anything seriously. He takes things very seriously. He just likes to act aloof a lot of the time. But anyway, Kakashi pops in with Sasuke having done some last-minute training, and thankfully they had postponed the match. I'm not going to question why Kakashi took the risk, but I'm assuming he probably figured out, oh, this match is too important, they wouldn't just cancel it. So anyway, so Sasuke's finally here. Gaara comes down to fight him, and we see it's a very tiny detail, but it's an interesting thing about this world of Naruto that we see when Gaara's coming down. He gets confronted by two other ninja who are like, hey, a lot of people are placing bets on this match. That's why we want you to lose. Our boss wants you to lose, and we'll make it worth your while. Gaara just kills them. Gaara is bloodthirsty to a very terrifying extent, and it makes me... He actually loses it quite a bit in this volume. So Naruto and Shikamaru actually very narrowly escape Gaara's bloodlust by... they actually hear the two ninja getting killed in the hallway, and they're like, okay, we are steering clear of you, and Naruto actually, he gets very scared for Sasuke, interestingly enough. He's begging Kakashi to stop the match. He's telling him, Sasuke's gonna get killed out there. We recall his encounter with Gaara in the hospital when Gaara was like, my reason to live is to kill everyone else but me. And it's like, suddenly Naruto was very scared for Sasuke's life. But anyway, Kakashi says, relax, there was a reason we were late. I've been teaching him a very special technique. And we've seen Kakashi use this lightning blade technique before on Zabuza in the, when we were back in the Land of the Waves. And turns out not only has Sasuke learned that, he has been practicing his taijutsu in the past month to achieve the level of speed and power physically required to utilize that move. And when he faces Gaara, Gaara is immediately caught off guard. Oh my gosh, he is just as fast as Rock Lee was when Rock Lee took off his weights. Rock Lee is also there. He's like, wow, you mastered that level of speed and physical strength in just a month. It took me years. And we see Rock Lee break a little bit. He's like, I'm so jealous. But anyway, I feel bad for Lee. Every time we cut back to him, while other people are doing their matches, he's like, these people, compared to me, they're so different, they're so talented. I'm feeling really jealous, despite the fact that I've worked so hard to get where I am right now, and I almost actually defeated Gaara. But anyway, it's really interesting seeing Rock Lee and Might Guy, interact, like while observing other ninja fight. So anyway, we've seen we see Sasuke and Gaara go at it. Gaara really starts to lose it. It's very very disturbing to the extent that he does lose it. He starts to give in. I think he gives in to the beast inside of him, whom he calls Mother. We recall that his mother actually had to die upon giving birth to Gaara, so I'm starting to wonder if... I'm not sure if this was mentioned at any point, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe Gaara's mother is, like, contained in the beast inside of him, or if he sees the beast inside of him as a representation of his mother. And whatever this beast is, it is causing Gaara to, become unhinged very quickly, to switch between, like, unhinged, Joker, crazy persona, and also his aloof, like, let's just do this persona. Which is, like, it's very scary to see. And for a second, I did kind of fear for Sasuke's life, but it's Sasuke. He's a very talented ninja. He has the Sharingan eye. He now knows the lightning blade technique, which according to Kakashi and the other upper level ninja, the technique once actually sliced through lightning, which seems like a very exaggerated story, but the point is the point's been reached. We know it's a very powerful technique, even if it didn't actually slice through lightning. We don't know, but the point is it's a very powerful technique. And Sasuke actually does manage to wound Gaara utilizing this technique, despite the solidity of the sand wall that he puts up. And this actually makes Gaara very infuriated. He's like, no one's ever been able to wound me before. The fact that he was wounded makes him want to kill Sasuke all the more, so he actually starts tapping into the beast inside of him. We see, actually, that Kankuro and Temari are like, oh no, is he actually doing this before the signal's been given? He's going to completely ruin the whole plan. Gaara's bloodlust is much more likely to influence his behavior than his service to the Sand Village, Sunagakure Village, and that's an interesting way of portraying Gaara. It's an interesting way of establishing him as an individual rather than just a weapon of Sunagakure, and so in order to prevent all of their cards from being laid out on the table before they can unleash their attack, the Kazekage is just like, okay, well, let's just lay our attack now. And he says, commence operation, and an army of sand ninja attack Konohagakure's walls from around the village itself. Thankfully, the Hokage has placed different ninja at various points throughout the village where, it's likely to attack. There are apparently massive snakes because Orochimaru is involved. And within the arena itself, the sand ninja appear to start fighting with the Jonin even there. And the Kazekage appears behind the Hokage, and he holds a knife to his throat, and he's actually reveals himself to be Orochimaru in disguise. I'm curious to see if Orochimaru has been in disguise as the Kazekage for all this time, if he's actually been the Kazekage back in Sunagakure village when they were actually, like, coming up with this plot, when they were saying to Gaara, like, this is what we're going to do. Or, I don't know, maybe the real Kazekage is dead, maybe this isn't what Sunagakure village wanted at all. I don't know, I'm really, really curious to see how Orochimaru went about making his plot a reality. And, but it turns out that the Hokage was Orochimaru's teacher at one point, or student. And I think it was his teacher. Yeah, but the Hokage apparently taught Orochimaru, and we get an interesting, like, Obi-Wan Anakin sort of relationship here, in which the Hokage is willing to do whatever it takes to stop Orochimaru. And at this point, like, he realizes that Orochimaru has gone off the deep end. There's no way for him to come back. And the two have faced off, are facing off with each other. They're about to fight. And the Hokage has taken off his hat. We know that the Hokage, in order to become Hokage, has to be the greatest ninja in the village. So we haven't seen, despite the fact that we haven't seen the Hokage in action yet, I'm looking forward to see how he fares against Orochimaru, what he's planning on doing. Orochimaru seems to have summoned 3 vessels of some sort to use against the Hokage, but we don't know what those are. We're going to see in the next volume, I'm assuming. Now, in order to get this operation to commence, the Sand Ninja, in disguise as Black Ops Ninja, have been going about performing genjutsu on various ninja, various particularly powerful ninja, in order to knock them unconscious, so that their resistance is much more. The resistance is much less powerful, right? Because the more ninja are knocked unconscious, the easier it is for them to take over Konohagakure village. And once the Jonin realize what's going on, Kakashi and Might Guy realize very quickly that the genjutsu is being performed, and they manage to escape it by reversing it. Sakura also notices, being very intelligent. She notices. She says she reverses the genjutsu as well. Shikamaru, hilariously enough, does not. He realizes that genjutsu is being performed, but he doesn't care. He reverses the genjutsu, but he pretends to be asleep anyway, just because he's that lazy. Shikamaru, honestly, is one of the most relatable characters in this manga so far. And it was an interesting bit of comic relief when the battle actually began, to see that Shikamaru was not affected by the genjutsu. Naruto was affected. Sasuke goes after Gaara and the other Sand Ninja when they escape. So Kakashi actually orders Sakura to wake Naruto and Shikamaru up. Shikamaru's not actually affected by the genjutsu, but Naruto is. Naruto wakes up. He gives the 3 of them the task to track down Sasuke and Gaara and bring them, and apparently bring them back to the village or something. Stop Sasuke, I think. Something like that. But, and he gives them a little puppy. I forgot to write his name down, but he gives him a little puppy to help track down Sasuke, and the puppy he has an attitude, which is funny to see. We saw the big toad in the previous volumes, who has an attitude similar to how this puppy has an attitude, like, who you calling a cute little puppy? It's very funny to see, but I'm very curious to see how this puppy is going to interact with Naruto, Sakura, and Shikamaru. But anyway, yeah, Sasuke has gone after Gaara. Things have gone way downhill. Orochimaru is about to face off with the Hokage. It also looks like the Sand Ninja have actually not... things have not gone according to plan for the Sound Ninja, apparently. Because Gaara, for one, is not cooperating with the plan as they expected. So a lot of elements have occurred that have apparently messed up the plan for the Sand Ninja, but they're still going through with it. They're still trying it. And I'm very curious to see how exactly their plan was supposed to go, and how these random elements that they didn't account for are going to play into, I suppose, their inevitable defeat. Or maybe they're not defeated. Who knows? I'm going to hope that that they are defeated, because that would be pretty bad if they aren't. And I'm very curious to see how Shikamaru plays into this new trio as basically the new teammate to Naruto and Sakura in place of Sasuke as he goes after Gaara. And I'm curious to see how this new team dynamic will unfold. I'm curious to see what exactly Sasuke is doing that causes Kakashi to say, okay, he has to be stopped. Well, I suppose he could, like, overextend himself. Orochimaru's mark is still on him. There are a lot of things going on right now, and I'm really excited to see how it goes on from here. So, with that being said, I will see you guys for Volume 14.